And I'm back in my office, back in Tassie. I had such an amazing time on the weekend with my boys and my grandbaby. So my cup is full, although half of me wants to be there and half of me wants to be here. So I hope one day that I do consider myself to have two homes here and there. I'm grateful for where I get to stay and the people that I'm staying with. So, I consider myself very lucky, even though half of my heart is elsewhere. All right, so today, ladies and gentlemen, if any gentlemen listen, maybe one, you listen. All right, so um, hang on, I go, oh, hello, good morning. And let me just press the buttons before I start. Okay, so as we know, Mercury is now retrograde and Venus is in Virgo. Good morning, Susan. How are you? All right, so good morning, Elizabeth. We need to have a chat. I've been thinking about you. All right, so good morning, Nat. Today, ladies, don't promise your time to others. Today is all about, all right, so you know what? I'm just going to read the words. Whoa, up there, lovelies. There is no such thing as instant achievement. Things take time and energy to grow into what they need to be. Awesome. Perfection is also a myth, so enjoy your moments. Don't overpromise your time and learn to be comfortable in the now. All right. So now, one of the main reasons why I'm sort of trying to emphasize this is not only do we have Mercury retrograde, where we get to reassess and restructure. So we reassess the last 3 months since the last Mercury retrograde. All right. So you get to analyze freaking spreadsheet if you need to, data analysis, like non-judgmental reflection. All right, this is about you going, how did I do? If this was a performance review at a business, you don't do that with emotion. All right, you look at I'm only talking about employee assessments because I heard someone talk about it the other day. So if this is your employment review process or your work analysis, just look at the last 3 months. Did you achieve the goals that you wanted to? Like these short-term goals are better. Like a Mercury retrograde to a Mercury retrograde is an awesome goal time. Like I do my coaching blocks in quarters because even though we have these long-term goals, if we break them down into quarters, then when we're in those quarters, we can break them down to weeks. And when we're in the weeks, we break them down to days and hours. So those long-term goals look so much more manageable when you're like, what am I doing today towards that bigger thing? All right. So hi, Sophie, how are you? So today or during this period of time, we're going to review the last 3 months. We're going to reassess how we went. We're going to redirect ourselves in our future endeavors. It doesn't matter if we didn't achieve because there's no such thing as perfection and achievement takes time. All right. So we're just, again, no judgment. All right. Now, another thing with Virgo is that inner critic. Man, she can be loud, but with the inner critic, we have the observer as well. So we really want to activate that observer right now so we can just have a look. How'd they go? All right. And retrospective and hindsight is, one of the most powerful tools that we have. So we can, again, non-judgmentally assess. Did I expect too much? Did I stress myself out? Did I do better than I thought I would? So then when we're planning for the future, for our next block of time until the next Mercury retrograde, which I think is in November. Sorry, I'll tell you that one later. Again, I'm in the now. So that's today. All right. So Mercury retrograde coming up to conjunct Venus in Virgo. Good morning, Jay. So Venus in Virgo is all about, again, it's our self-assessment. All right. It's the green witch. All right. Venus in Virgo is in detriment, which means, or sorry, it's in fall. So she's not as comfortable. Venus in Leo, she's got a crown on. Venus in Virgo, maybe she's scared of getting her satin slippers dirty in the mud, or Venus in Virgo is more, about her going out into her herb garden to pick the suitable tea. Maybe she's got a headache. Maybe she's got a tummy ache. Virgo, oh my God. With Venus and Mercury in Virgo, watch for digestive issues, all right? Virgo is all about diet and eating, all right? Our daily health principles, our daily service to ourselves and self-care, and the way we also serve others, all right? So if we're stressed out and we're like grumpy in our service, something's not right. Something needs to be addressed. What's the problem if you're getting pissed off with people doing your own job? All right. This is a part of that review process. That didn't work for me because XYZ. I feel unappreciated. I feel those people weren't listening to me. I feel all like, those type of things. But it's about, again, non-judgmentally assessing your last 3 months. All right. So again, and so much of this is about ourselves. All right. If you feel anxiety, then you're going to have a nervous system dysfunction. We need to activate that parasympathetic nervous system so you can calm your nerves. So yeah, Virgo, very much the self-assessment. What are you doing for yourself? All right, so there's that. So today at 11 p.m. we also have the Sun sextile Jupiter. Beautiful, all right, shiny, sparkly, nice things. Sun in Leo. This could be you planning to go overseas, going on adventures, finding the joy and fun in your everyday life. Maybe that's part of the assessment that you're doing. If you're miserable, insert more joy, insert more play. So there is that. Now it is tomorrow at 1 p.m. when Mercury and Venus meet. So definitely, make some appointments to things like naturopaths, maybe osteopaths, any of those more alternate health practices, unless you've been ignoring your body for a while and you do need to see a GP. All right, absolutely a medical intervention time, a self-assessment medical intervention, like you're intervening from yourself because you've ignored it for so long. Stuff like that. All right. Now, also another one that I wanted to talk about, because Mars and Jupiter are conjunct. We've already had that Mars sextile. Have we had Mars sextile? Yeah, we've had Mars sextile Sun, but Sun sextile. Oh my God, Mars conjunct Jupiter. Sorry, Mercury retrograde. Now, as you can probably feel in the world, if you are watching the right type of news, the world leaders overseas, the god of war is coming up to the big planet. So there could be some very hot air type of, oh, excellent, 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 good work. So yeah, Mars, the god of war, coming up to Jupiter. The hot air is just getting more and more hot. There are more and more nasty words being thrown around, all right? So we really want to be careful with that Mars Jupiter, that we're not causing drama because we're not keeping that Mars in check. All right. Remember, Mars in Gemini is shouty man or skilled negotiator. But with Jupiter just making everything that much bigger, I did some more of the aspects past this Mars Jupiter, and it does go up and then it sort of peters out and goes into more of Chiron type activity. So let's just hope that, the news that Michael sort of listens to is sort of in instant, like, it's sort of, I can't think of the right word, is sort of saying that, the world powers are getting to the end. Good morning, Heather. The world powers are getting to the end of their tether with the words, and someone's just going to push the fucking red shiny button soon. And then that will be the thing that stops the wars straight away. All right. So let's hope it doesn't end up like that. Hey, Anne-Marie. So anyway, again, shouty words, keep control, all right? Jupiter is also wisdom. It's not just a lot of hot air. So this self-assessment, keep yourself in check. How are you doing? Don't worry about other people. And that was also part of that, Moon square Jupiter at 2 p.m. Don't overpromise your time. It is the most valuable thing that you have, all right? Time. Good morning, Sean. How are you? Yeah, so really, really keep check of yourself. Now we are moving towards the moon opposing Saturn. That's exactly right, no red button. So we can, Saturn's all about hard work, discipline. We are all trying to secure our foundations in different ways. We're all trying to build an empire from a stable base up. All right. So with the moon opposing Saturn, again, this is that, oh, okay, I can see it from a different perspective. A full moon is when we let go of stuff. The new moon that we just had on Sunday, which was beautiful. I hope you did write wish lists that included more time for play, joy, children, creativity, just those type of things in your life, because, there's a lot of other stuff going on. You need to be okay in your moment. All right. No matter what is going on in your world, there are a lot of things that you cannot do. You can't make other people change. You can't um that's the biggest one. You can't make other people change, all right? What you have in your control, what can you do in the moment now for yourself? Is it just sort of calming down, breathing deeply, keeping yourself in check, not losing your shit at people that like in the beginning I was talking about that Mercury retrograde assessment, where you're like, what worked and what didn't? If you're not communicating properly, all right, because we need to be able to non-judgmentally assess ourselves as well. In that situation, did I communicate effectively? Is that why they weren't doing what I wanted or what I was requesting? Because I wasn't articulate enough to explain well enough what I needed? Or was I just assuming they were reading my mind? So there's a lot of that sort of stuff going on as well. So, I got a new set of cards. Oh my God. So I got to meet my beautiful friend Annie. You guys have heard me talk about Annie for years now. We've been talking since probably the beginning of 2020, maybe mid 2020. Every week on Wednesday morning, I talk to Annie in Denver, and she just happened to grow up where I was staying, and she was just happened to be visiting her family. So I got to meet one of my closest friends on Monday in person, and it was amazing. So she bought me quite a few little knickknacks, this being one of them. So I will draw the card today. And how's that for Mercury retrograde? I met an old friend for the first time. It was so good. So good. And it was just so natural, so easy, just in person. All right. Okay, so the card for today. Oh, they feel really nice. Actually, they were very clunky the other day. Look, this one. Ooh. When the grit becomes a pearl. All right. Look at that. That is beautiful. I love that. Because we are looking back, what are the things that grew for us? What was the things that just felt like sand between our toes or in your undies? That's what I'm getting from that anyway. Let me just read the book because they are new. I don't know. All right. Card 27 for those that like the numbers. 27. Essential. Reinvention. Learning from past mistakes. How perfect. Surrendering to the lesson with grace and maturity. Something transformative is happening with you in all that friction, irritation, and resentment, the growing pains, identifying with your wounds and then releasing them. You've been through rough seas for sure. Now hold that precious pearl of wisdom in your hands, your heart, and your psyche. You are forever changed. After all, you cannot change the pearl back to the grit, nor would you want to. Yes, you might get triggered here and there by ghosts of the past, but that's nothing compared to the arduous journey of learning that you have been on. You will notice how quickly you can turn things around, how quiet you can become in the middle of a storm, how adept you've become at knowing when to speak or when to step away. How mature are you now? All right. Be mindful of opportunities and interactions. Some things cannot be changed no matter how much you want them to, but there is treasure waiting for you on the other side of this situation. There you go. That's just beautiful. Yeah, that's it. So, oh, ladies, yeah. And you know what? Again, Mercury retrograde, another type of thing. Go and declutter. I swear, Mercury retrograde, whether you are going through your bills and filing things, whether you are tackling a job that you have been avoiding, now is the time that all of those things that are on your list that you've been avoiding are going to take 10 minutes. And you're going to be like, why did I not do this 6 months ago? Because you were waiting for Mercury retrograde in Virgo. So, if you have something, think of Marie Kondo. Does this bring me joy? Yes, no, someone else might appreciate it more than it taking up space in my house. All right. Another thing was from the beginning I was talking about, assess your diet and exercise, assess your self-care. And again, turn that inner critic down, turn that inner observer up. All right. That's it. So I am home and I am around today. Elizabeth, we will have a chat. I've got two readings to catch up on. So, but I am available. So if anybody wants to have a chat or have a reading, please just give me a DM and I will get to you today. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a fabulous day. Mwah.